Sorry guys, I'm on a bit of a delayed start here due to an issue with the YouTube. Hopefully it will behave now. For some reason I'm in a car, I don't know why that is, I don't know whose car I've got control of, but I'm just going to shove it in the pits, out of the way, because I should not be in a car. I have no idea why I'm in a car. So this is weird.
Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now.
So
make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Great start. Hopefully, no, it's not going to let me retire yet. I'm going to have to go around dumping the pits because, well, one, I'm not used to being on a remote, which I currently am, and two, I'm supposed to be spectating this. What is going on tonight? Not a great start. First YouTube issues, and now I've been dumped in a car that I don't belong in. Great stuff. Honestly, today is not going to plan at all. Well, this is very, very weird. I should not be in this car at all. Yes, Nikki, it is funny. I can see your comment. And I'm having an awful day, and I don't care. I'm going to cut this chicane because I'm not even supposed to be the damn car. I'm not going to get in his way. As soon as this guy's on the first lap, hopefully I can just dump it in the pits and be done with it if I can't do it now. Which I will try. Honestly, this thing tonight, first trouble with YouTube and now getting dumped in a car I don't belong in. Not a great start to the F2 tonight, unfortunately, and I do apologise for the late start, as well as the fact that this has happened, not that I had any control. Honestly. And to top it off, my co-com decided that he can't make it because his internet decided to drop out on him. No control, can't go in the pitch yet. Great stuff. I think I've got a headache and the race hasn't even started. Yeah, T-Bag, you're right, I should have crashed it. I didn't even think about that, but it probably would have DSQ'd me and then put me on the grid anyway, so there was just probably no point to that either. I have a headache and I've not even started comms yet. Alright, also, just wait for them to go on ahead of me so I can just poodle around and stick this thing out of the way. It does not belong on track. I do not belong on track. I am supposed to be on comms. I should be spectating.
Caution,
I can't
caution.
hit the car on track either, so I've got to do this properly. Look at that, maybe 2 places, not even driving. So something's obviously happened with Clay there, who's DNF. I don't know what's happened to him. Unfortunately I missed it due to the fact I'm stuck in a car I don't belong in. Sky appears to be off track. I'm just trying to stay out of everyone's way while I ditch this in the pits. Ugh, no grip. And now we've got something else coming. Wow, it's horrible on a remote. Why do people drive on remotes, honestly? I can't do it. So
there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris.
Now I've got Jeff.
Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
What I did notice as well there was, oh, I forgot his name now, Nerf Packs, that's the one, has a drive-through penalty as well. So that was an early one. He may have got a jump start, but I missed again due to being stuck in a car. But hopefully normal comms will resume very shortly, so I'm going to ditch this in the pit and go to spectator mode, and I'll be able to do my job properly. And I'm hoping this doesn't dump me into a car for the feature race as well, because that's likely to happen. We also lost Martin as well as Clay, so that's 2 down, and I didn't get to see either of them. horrible with the remote. How do people drive with a remote? I don't care a sped in the pit lane. Right. I don't care about the penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I'm retiring anyway. Right. There we go. Now I shall be able to go back to normal. So, by the looks of it, Kieran is leading, and I will try now to pick up some of these comments. So, yes, also, I was snail style, I was staying out of everyone's way. The last thing I needed as commentator was to get wrapped up in somebody's incident because I chose to get in the way. And yes, Chloe, yes, we jinxed it. It's gone completely wrong for me. And going mad, Nicky, I don't understand why, but I mean, whatever, you know. So far from what's been completely missed is Hamster's picked up 7 places, Sky's picked up 6, Aiden's dropped 10 places, Clay's out, and Martin's out. Scott's managed to pick up 5 places as well in P2. I just need to see, I can't see the interval, which was what I was actually trying to look at, because by the looks of it we're going to have to wait for this cross and start finish line. Yeah, Dan, that was it. I'm just trying to make the best of a bad situation. Unfortunately, we had a bad start, and then it decided I wanted to drive a car, so I did the best I could do. Rather than retiring on track, I just stayed out of everyone's way, got it round, dumped it in the pits, and carried on. Holly there mocking Kieran for having Hobbit feet. That's a new one. That may actually stick. So Kieran can definitely thank Holly for that one, for mentioning his Hobbit feet. So we should have DRS now, I think. Yeah, so Scott's got DRS. I completely missed the DRS enabled message. So Scott is on the back of Kieran here. Sky's actually just made a move on Monkey's Nut. That is a new name to me. Never seen. So that must be a debutant I didn't even know was there. It's all gone wrong for me tonight, I tell you. All gone wrong. But hopefully normal service shall be resumed. That's Hamster all in the back of Paul as well. So I'll just sit on this for a second and see if anything happens. I've got Scott right on the back of Kieran as well, so I'm going to jump to that in a second. They will be hitting the DRS straight in the next turn or two. In fact, they're just coming around to it, so I'll jump on with that and see if Scott can make the pass on Kieran here. These two are known for going toe to toe when it comes to racing, so this will be an interesting battle. It's a question of which one's going to dive on the other first. Do like to dive. Well, that was quite tame actually for those two. Quite tame. As matey boy appears to be going down the order. That's because he's off at turn 1. That's an unusual place to go off. So he's just dropped a handful of places, which has promoted a couple of other people. Hamster's now 8 places, and so is Sky. They're both at 8 places. Kieran's found a bit of a gap on Scott here, so he's not got DRS this time around. So I would suggest Scott's made a little mistake there that on this. Maybe through turns 5 and 6 it's quite easy to not have much luck there. I jump on with Luckman as he's overtaken by JJ Larto. I saw that very late. A couple of other movement there as well. His mate boy made a move, and Aiden also made a move on Osso behind him, which I'm sure a lot of the people watching won't like to hear. Osso going backwards on the grid as opposed to picking up places, but he is up 2 places. And if his racing today is anything like yesterday, then it could be in for a decent night. So he definitely had a better night around France last night than I did. I had a disaster. That's a Luckman off circuit. That explains why he's just lost a couple of places. So Scott looks like he's just made a little bit of ground back here on Kieran. Was he close enough? No, he's not got DRS, so he wasn't close enough at the point of DRS, so he won't have DRS this time out. I was going to say Kieran sets fastest lap, but then El Jobo and Kulfi come through with faster laps of their own. The fastest being a 1:44.540. And Kulfi looks to be getting quite close to the back of El Jobo there. This is going to be a couple of moves here, I think. We might be looking at Harry making a move, possibly Kulfi and Scott looking at moves. And we jump on with Harry actually. He's very, very close to the back of JJ Lato there. So this could be a move waiting to happen. Luckman's very close to the back of Matey Boy as well, so that could be another move going to happen. That was quite wide there as well from Harry. That won't help him. So he is gaining. I don't think he's going to gain enough. He's going to have to be late on the brakes. Oh, he did. Oh, that was close. Very, very close to JJ Lasso there, but that move is done. As Monkey Nuts and Luckman appear to be going at it. No, it's Matey Boy. I thought it was Luckman. Their names are very close together. There must have been 3 cars there. Apologise if you can hear my phone as well. It sounds like it's going to keep going on. Aiden looks to have just made a move as well there on Luckman. Just about leaves enough room there, as we've got Matey Boy off just ahead as well. And that contact with Monkey Nuts, who's now spinning around and gone the wrong way as well. So that won't help him. Let's see what's going on at the front. Scott's catching, but he just can't seem to be close enough when he needs to be to actually get past even using DRS. I'm sure he's going to have another run now as well, as Kulfi looks like he's about to make a move. No, it looks like he backs out. Kieran picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that won't help him, but it looks like Scott's got one of his own, so it's as they were really. Back on with these. Going to get close enough, that's the question. He's not. This seems very, very tame for these two. Normally Scott would be trying, and he does like to late break as well. But saying that, so was Kieran as well. Right, just 1 second guys, I've just been made aware that the sound isn't very high, so I'll just turn it up a touch. So hopefully that will be loud enough for you guys to hear now. If not, I'll move my mic a little bit closer to my face, but I don't want to move too much because it picks up crackle. So, and I did see your message there as well, Teabag. I will have to switch parties because I was in with Dan. Well, actually Chloe on Dan's account, trying to figure out this YouTube issue, so I'm still in that party for now. So Scotty is looking at a move, and he's looking to go around the outside. Oh, contact, and that was not helpful. I don't think there was quite enough room there left by Kieran, but that's, you know, kind of not for me to say whether it was right or not, as Monkey Nuts is coming to the pits, so my betting is that's going to be a wing, and I think I've spent half the time on board instead of actually using the broadcast view as well. No, that's not for a wing, he's just changing his tyres. There's no requirement to pit during the sprint, so that's quite strange. So let's see where the guys are further forward then. So Kieran has about a 1.5 second gap over Kulfi now. Scott's unfortunately fallen down to P6 after that. Thanks Mark, that's appreciate it, let me know, it's just a little bit better. Unfortunately I've had a complete disaster for the start of comms tonight. and I can put money on it's going to drop me into a car for the feature, which I don't want to be in, but it's going to happen. So for the first lap I won't know what's going on again, but I may have my my co-com on board, so hopefully he'll be able to keep people in touch with what's going on for that. That is a very nice view of Coolpy, El Jobo and Kieran there, just going down the pit straight. The only one maybe looking at a move might be El Jobo, as unfortunately for most people watching, Osso is out. And I can't see where... There it is, there's his car, I can see it. It is the exit of turn 11. So that is Osso Bosso out of the race. It's not brought out a VSC or anything like that, so these guys are still racing. And just jump on with El Jobo while he's having a run at Coolpy here. He's not going to get closer, so let's see what Harry's doing on the back of Scott, because he's also getting quite close. Again, I don't think he's going to be close enough. Unfortunate there also. You actually had a really good race yesterday, but I'm sure you'll find a way to pull it back in the future. As Harry is still on the back of Scott, so he may have a run now of this DRS zone down the straight if he can stay that close. There's only about 3 tenths in it. That also makes life easier, what I've just seen there. So it looks like my co-com's actually joined me.
I'm just going to keep it on quiet for a moment just to let it into the race.
Yep, no issue, mate. It's actually good to actually have you here, considering the well, the word I was going to use can't really be used on the stream, but I'm sure you understand what I was trying to say. But whilst I was seeing what was going on there, Harry has made a pass on Scott, whose car just looks like he's got a touch of lag. So let's see who else is close. There's 2 cars in a little DRS train there behind Kieran, so neither of those two are going to be able to make moves on each other, but they're fairly close together. Hamster's up 9 places, Harry's up 9, Sky's up 9, Luckman's down 11, so Luckman's just doing Luckman things. I'm sure he'll appreciate that, he always loves a bit of abuse. So also somebody must have leaked oil there. No, that's just you made a mistake again. J-Doy, hello J-Doy, nice to have you with us, having a nosy what's going wrong with my night tonight. Very good also. I've never been good at sprinting. Great. Good line. Are you actually able to join the session now, Teabag, or do you need an invite to do it?
No, I'm joining right now.
Ah, there you go. It's just come up on my screen as I asked the question.
I just went through Kieran's, somehow able to let me join, so happy days. I'll be there in a sec.
Brilliant. So I'm just sitting on a 3-way battle at the front at the minute between Kieran, Coolpy and El Jobo. I'm actually going to jump on board with Coolpy because he is right on the back of Kieran, who won't have DRS. So if he can stay nice and close now, we may be able to have a run at Kieran here. 4 tenths, 3.5, 3, 2.5. This is going to be a chance. And he's going round the outside. Ooh, just a little earlier on the brakes than Kieran was there. Thought he was going to have that move done there. So there is currently 3 cars within 4/10 of each other. They are nose to tail almost. That's cool.
Yeah, I've
Just
just got to
looking
wait
for
for
a
that
way
to,
around Kieran.
All update.
You've got the
Yeah.
gap not showing very well.
I see Hamster's up 9 places.
Yeah,
Harry's
yeah.
up 8. Sky's up 9.
Harry was
Ooh,
actually
Lucky's
up
down
9
11.
places. Harry's lost a position to Scott there, as Harry's actually losing more positions. He's off circuit at turn 11. That explains that. He was up 9 places. Sky's now up 10. Why does there appear to be lag? I'm just wondering now if this is from my end, because I'm starting to see a couple of cars are just having a little lag. I thought it might have been Scott, because Scott was the only one I saw doing it. As I talk about Scott, he picks up a 3-second penalty. So let's see what his penalties are on now.
Oh, Sky's just hit the backside of JJ there.
6 seconds. I didn't see that. I was on board with Coolpy and checking penalties.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
that is Scott up to 6 seconds of penalties now on the last lap. So as it stands, because of penalties, Coolpy has none, so he will win this race unless he picks up a penalty on this last lap. Curse of the commentator, so that could happen. Kieran and El Jobo both have 3 seconds, so that could be looking at those two. So it's going to be Kieran P2 and El Jobo P3, because Hamster, although he's up 9 places, has a penalty of his own and he's 4.2 seconds behind. So the only movement at the top there will be Coolpy into first place unless something goes drastically wrong. As Kieran picks up another penalty. But I don't
Sky's
think...
making a late move there on JJ.
I don't think that's going to cost him though, so...
Oh, Scotty as well, just on the roundabout, just got past Carl. But he's got 6 seconds, so that's just...
I was just trying to jump on board with that. I saw it unfolding as El Jobo's put a move on Coolpy as soon as I switch off from their battle.
Which opened the door for... Ooh, no, that was too wide there.
Yeah, and that is a back marker there in the way as well, so I would guess that's likely to be gainful.
So you'll have to decide on driver of the day for this one, because I wasn't in for any of this.
Yeah, that's fine. To be honest, I missed about the first 2 laps just trying to get my own car that it dumped me into off the track, because I was trying to stay out of the action.
Yeah, this might be an issue on the next one.
I fully expect it will be, so you'll have to take the lead of comms for the first lap or so, just whilst I drag the car around, staying out of everyone's way and stick it in the pits again. You know, as Dan said earlier in the comments, just trying to make the best of a bad situation. So, but that is the end of the race, and as I said, Coolpy did win the race because of penalties. El Jobo was second and Kieran was third because he picked up another penalty on the last lap. Hamster in fourth, picked up 9 places. Carl is down 3 in P5. JJ Lato's up 4 places in P6. Scotty finished where he started in P7. Sky up 10 places for P8. Matey Boy down 4 for P9, and Harry up 5 for P10. And then Aiden Gray and Luckman down 7 and 11 places each in 11 and 12. Wings, who's just about to cross the line, is up 6 positions in P13. Monkey's Nuts is down 3 places in P14, and then Gameful Odds was down 1 and Nerf Pack was up 1 in P15 and 16.
It's good to see Kieran up there. I know he
yeah, it is, yeah.
finished where he
Very often
started,
that happens, so.
But it's good to see him up there.
Right, okay, I've seen your message, Ethan. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna message one of the admin who'll pop in and drop you a message about that. Yeah, it was a very good battle. I was watching quite a lot of that actually, Kieran. Unfortunate on the last lap, you dropped your P2 for P3, but still a podium. As if I know how to drop the link in the comments. You're expecting a lot of me, Kieran.
Don't worry.
It's alright, Chloe, I've messaged Chloe, she said she's going to sort it. I would have messaged Dan, but he's working, so hence why he's not racing. So, just to clarify then, Culpy won the race, El Jobo second, Kieran third, Hamster fourth, Carl Trim fifth, JG Lotto sixth, Scott seventh, Sky eighth, Matey Boy ninth, and Harry rounds out the top 10. Obviously we had 3 DNFs, one of those was because I had to get rid of my car, but we also lost Clay and Martin as well. There you go, Chloe's dealing with it now, so that's sorted. I thought it was linked to the YouTube, but I wasn't 100% sure, that's why I didn't say it myself.
So JJ just said I had a half a front wing. Whoa, hold on.
Yep, put me in the car again.
Same here.
Right, that's strange because we had a full grid apart from the one car that it shoved me in.
Right, so I'm just going to have to just, yeah.
We're going to have to do the same thing, we're just going to have to bin him on the end of lap 1.
Oh, that's painful.
I wonder if somebody's left and we just didn't spot it.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to DNF it into the wall and wait.
Yeah, I was going to say the thing is though, if you do that on the first lap, it could bring out a safety car, and we don't want to impede the race.
No, sorry, not for the actual race. I'm on
just
about
for the
formation.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The Trident you'll be in, possibly. I don't know. It's an F2 car. I couldn't tell you one from the other. I got no idea. Sky's car's having a little bit of back end bounce there. It looks like it's on hydraulics.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
10 teams, is these extras. Oops, I bumped into Nerf Pack slightly by mistake. My apologies, Nerf Pack, I didn't mean to bump into you.
I'm on the back of Kieran, so...
Yeah, I got off and I bumped into the back of Nerf Pack by mistake. Yeah. I'm not used to being on the remote, and I just moved slightly too far to the left, and I just give him a little nudge with the wing.
I do like these F2 cars.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just gave him a little nudge with the wing by mistake, and I kind of just drove past him, and it didn't DSQ us, and then all of a sudden it DSQ'd us, so... Yes, Chloe, teabag's in a car too. It's all gone to hell. Hell in a handbag.
Jesus, the guys ahead are actually looks like they're racing.
They probably are. Honestly. I don't know what everyone's laughing at. This is not funny.
It is. Whoa,
okay,
hello.
You're right, it is. It shouldn't be, but it just is.
Well, just blame this one on me and Virgin Media.
Well, that's why I don't use them, because they're about as reliable as a wet paper bag.
I've never had problems with them, to be fair, but yeah.
I've had them before, very fast speeds, but very unreliable. I've got much slower speeds now, but the reliability is almost bang on. I had one problem with my internet provider, and that was because the box got reset up the road. They came out, they dealt with it, and job done. That's the only reliability issue I've had. Now, I don't think I'll cry, Kieran, but it is frustrating. Nikki's still laughing and said it's amazing. So, even though it's going all to hell, at least everyone's having fun. Holly's getting confused. If you can't figure out what's going on, just ignore the rest of us. Like, do you know what I mean? That's the easiest way to do it.
So I've got one lap of racing.
Yeah, the issue that we've got with YouTube is that you now have to, rather than going through the YouTube app, it's changed for some reason on my console. I don't know if everyone else has updated recently or at the same time or what, I have no idea. But it's updated, and now I have to manually go into my my share and broadcast settings in my PlayStation, manually unlink my account, and then manually link the league account to get into it. It's a complete disaster. It takes ages to get it right, and it doesn't always link straight away. It took me about 3 tries to get it to link.
Well, that was a good start, as I'm all over the back of Nerf Pack here. Sky on the right. Here we go, straight down the middle. Yeah, why not? I've got one lap of it. Oh, as
I
someone's ghosted.
purposely got out of the way, and you're purposely racing people. That was Sky ghosted in front of me.
Yeah, that was... I don't understand. He ghosted in front of me.
Dan did say, it is what it is, lads. You're doing the best you can, and that's all we can expect. So, he's got a fair point there.
It's interesting, because if you have a look at how many people are here, it's 21 people racing.
Yes, because there's more than 10 teams for the F2. I think there's 11, isn't there? That's the because we only run with 10 teams, but I think there is actually 11 teams.
Oh,
obviously
okay.
we only do a max grid of 20, and I cannot turn this thing with a remote. Like, the input is... Oh, I know what it is. Of course, I know what it is.
The famous roundabout where you tried a cheeky dive bomb on me last night.
Hey, that was a good dive bomb. There was the slightest contact. Like, I don't get an exceeding track limit warning and spin my car around. The thing was, I actually heard what Josh said on the stream as well, and he was bang on with it. The slightest, tiniest little bit of contact, and you will spin around there. But it's lesson learned.
Because you was on
don't
the curb
dive
as
bomb
well.
people.
That didn't
Yeah,
help.
it was. I got on the curb, and there was a very, very slight contact, not even enough to damage either car.
Oh, as we've
and
got
it
Aiden
turns
Gray, who's
around.
made contact here, and I believe who's in front of him. That was old matey boy. Someone's lost an end plate going into that, and that's Aiden Gray as he's now going into the pit. I'm following behind as I'm going to retire.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get through turn 12, but unfortunately, as I say, I'm on a remote. I'm not used to a remote, and it's hideous.
That's all right. I've retired from the session, so I'm going to keep an eye
I'm
on what's
just
going
coming
on
into the
eventually.
pit now, so...
Okay.
And I don't care if I'm speeding in the pit lane. It's irrelevant to me.
Oh, I was about to say you picked up a speeding penalty.
Yep. I dived into the pit lane at about 60 or 70 mile an hour. Like, I don't even care. Just get me out of this car.
So I've just got to wait for the intervals, but it looks like Wings has jumped up 10 places, so he was 19.
Right, let's have a look. Interval position change. Yes, so Wings is up 10 places, so that's a big change. Obviously, so far we are the only two DNFs, but we shouldn't have been in cars, so that's completely irrelevant. By the looks
Clay
of it,
is now actually P1. Oh, as we got an issue.
as Hamster's actually overtaken Wings, so Wings is now only up 9 places, and Hamster's up 4, so... Matey Boy is down 10, Aiden's down 12, so they've obviously both had a bit of a...
That was that
disaster.
contact, I believe, with Matey Boy just before...
that could be what, yeah, that could be what you saw then. Which could explain why Aiden was in the pits. We've got 0 split times right now, so we have no idea what's going on besides Clay's at the front. So...
And he's probably 2 or 3 attempts to see as Gainful's picked up
yeah,
the time penalty.
it's minimal. I mean, I'll jump on board with the cars now. You can see there's probably only a tenth or two between them. It's really not that much. But as yet, there is no DRS.
Oh, as
Clay
Clay
picks
picks
up a
up the time
3
penalty.
second. He's the second one because Gameful's already got himself a penalty too. So now Clay's got
Gainful's
to
actually making a
offset
part.
that.
Sky seems to be dropping it. Yep, he's lost it. Just before the pits.
And that was a 44.5 fastest lap. So, and that was from Clay.
Martin's goes.
Yeah, there is
chat there.
there is just literally a couple of tenths between each of these front runners. As Kieran and Monkey Nuts both pick up penalties as well. Talking to Kieran, did you hear the comment that came through earlier from Holly? As JJ Lotto's having a run at Clay here with DRS, although he was almost past before the DRS as well. So
yep,
that
before the braking zone.
Done
Oh,
it's
Colby's going to make a double. Oh, that's. Oh, he's going to have to give that place back.
There was a bit of contact there, I think, as well.
No, Colby absolutely savagely cut the corner, 4 wheels off, and made a double pass there. He's got to give that place. Oh, I think he has.
Colby's conceded to JJ Lasso, but he doesn't look like he's conceding any other places. Oh,
there we
Clay
go.
Squeezes in the middle there.
I think that's him
contact
conceding.
Scott.
As Kieran is gone really wide there. He tried to make a move on old Jobo, and
as we have a yellow flag, but it's not telling me what the yellow flag's for.
DNF.
Yeah, Hamster is DNF, and this could be a VSC or a safety car. I've got no idea. The entire track
It just
is
says
yellow.
Yep.
So I don't honestly know. let me just put the full map.
I've got the full map. It's full yellow, as if it should be a safety car.
Yeah,
but...
no, the track is full yellow, but there is no safety car on track, so this would suggest to me this is only a VSC.
But sorry, you were saying something about Holly earlier.
Yeah, there was a comment come through from Holly about Kieran and his Hobbit feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apparently Kieran's got Hobbit feet. Hashtag Bilbo Baggins. So that's got
Holly
to
something
stick.
to do with Kieran.
Yeah, that's his partner.
Oh, okay. Hello,
That
Holly.
Holly, if you've ever heard him talking about her.
Yes, I have.
Yep, well, that's Holly.
All good things, of course.
Yes. So as I say, yes, she's decided now he's got Hobbit feet, and his name is now Bilbo Baggins. So that's got to stick to some extent. That has to stick for a while. Like you had Dingle Dangle sticking for a while. We can't let him walk away from that one without some abuse.
So we've got the Hobbits who run the league. Dan's got that beardy going on. Yeah.
That
Monkey's
is
got
Kulpi
a drive
making
through.
a move, and it looks to be a second move. He's just done a double on JJ Lato and Clay, as Clay also makes a move on JJ Lato, both under DRS. And that was contact between Clay and Kulpi. I think Clay got a bit late on the break. I think El Jobo collected Clay. There wasn't much El Jobo could do there. He kind of come round and took the nose with him. As Chloe said, Collins, you're both doing a super job. Who said women are the only are the masters of multitasking? Definitely a stream to remember. Well, you know, we can only do so much.
As Hollis just said, I'm sure they're all good things, haha. He's going to kill me. Well, to be fair, he probably will, because me and Cole are just going to absolutely rinse him.
Oh, we're going to rinse him about this, so yeah. So if we hear about a death in Bolton, we know what's happened.
Oh, Scotty's made it. Oh, no, he's just jumped into the pits.
That is JJ Lato who's dived into the pits.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to jump on and see what's happened there. Yeah, they pick up like a couple of places if they're close to a couple of the cars in front because of how wide the lap turn is.
Kieran's just made a nice move on El Jobo there.
And that's... Well, I missed that, but I was just trying to see tyres. So JJ Lato's gone on to hards. Matey Boy and Sky are both coming in the pits as well. As Holly says, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm sure he'll find a way to rip the both of us. He usually does.
He'll just probably kick me out as usual.
So Matey Boy appears to have only been doing a drive-through. Oh,
yeah,
he hits the wall on his exit as well.
Oh, so that means you'll probably have to pit again.
And that is also Sky onto the hard tyres as well. So Gainful pitted a lap ago and I missed that.
Oh, as Kieran's dropped a place here, so I wonder if he had an issue somewhere.
Just
probably on the DRS. But he's got Clay. Oh, as Carl's just made a move on Clay there.
Move on Clay as well. Yeah, I was just going to say that. We've got another comment coming through, so I'll keep an eye on that. It's okay, you'll rip me as well. Yeah, he tends to do that to everyone. I mean, you don't want to hear the things we call each other in party chat. It's not repeatable on streams. So Scott was just about within a second of Kulpi there. He was almost within DRS, but he's dropped back about a tenth as it looks like Kulpi's pitted. Kulpi's pitted. That's where the extra 3 tenths came from. It was Kulpi pitting. It was that sudden...
So is Clay as well?
Short bit, yeah. So I'll see what Kulpi puts on and then Clay. I'm expecting them both to go into hard. Wings has also dropped in as well. So that's hard tyres going on Kulpi. Hard tyres going on Clay. Wings and Osso are both in. So that will be hard tyres for Wings as well. And the same for Osso. No surprise, it seems everybody's doing exactly the same sort of strategy here. Differing laps when they come in. But as we know from last night's race, the soft tyres get absolutely chewed up in this place.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I had Jampot with me for the last handful of laps, and he was catching me, overtook me, and I was on the hard tyres, and then a battle ensued between us because after about 4 or 5 laps, after about 4 or 5 laps, those soft tyres just fell completely off the cliff.
Oh, as Kieran's now made a move on El Jobo. That must have been on the DRS strip. It looks like El Jobo's going to come straight back at him here.
Oh,
I would say for the fast right-hander, but not in these. You've got to ease off a bit.
No. I've seen a few people try and stick it up the inside of turn 10 there, but it is not recommended at all.
Oh God, no.
So that is El Jobo. Oh, as Kieran does go wide and picks up another penalty there. That won't help him.
It's going to drop him savagely.
Well, maybe if his feet were bigger, he could brake better.
He's starting. Oh, it looks Sky and Rosso are having a two-way battle here.
As Kieran has dived into the pit, so undoubtedly that'll be another one for a set of hards. So we currently have Scott leading, and I'm not sure what the gap is due to the fact that Kieran was coming in. So that is 3.5 seconds to El Jobo. So that's a pretty significant gap, as Harry's actually up 12 places as he goes through turn 1 and 2 there, and we have a yellow flag sector 2, so that
that's
be...
gainful odds.
Is that
yeah,
gainful?
He's had a spin after the roundabout.
Ah, right, yeah, he's quite far behind. I didn't think it was going to be him. I was looking at Martin because he just lost a position, but it was due to the fact he was on his way into the pits. But Gainful is back on his way, but he's very, very far behind everyone now.
Yep.
He's not having as much of a good run here in the F2 as he did in the F1s last night. He came from very far down the grid, I think about P11 or something like that, and he finished on the podium, so it is not going as well for him tonight as it did last night. See, it's very hard to judge where any of these guys are going to come out as well after a pit stop, as Harry has made a move.
Oh, as El Jobo's just spun as well.
El Jobo, by the looks of it. Oh, that's because El
and
Jobo's
he's
facing
still
the wrong
going.
way. He's still doing little pirouettes. I just jumped on board to see where he'd got to. That was on. Wow, that is.
Okay, what's going on?
Did you see that lag too? I thought that was just me. Because I was about to say, is my connection lag?
Well,
no, he was all over the place.
Colby is provisionally P1, then JJ, Kieran, Clay, then Carl. Up to Sky, I believe. So they're in the.
It depends what kind of times Scott's putting on those tyres, because he did have 3.5 seconds. He now has 5.5 as he dives into the pits, and Harry's followed him. So it depends how fast those soft tyres were
it's
after
around
6 laps.
20 seconds for an F1 car. I think it's 25 plus for.
It is,
F2.
because these are just so much slower to change.
So let's just have a.
I mean, look how slow it is just swapping the tyres over.
So I'm just keeping an eye on Culp here as he's just making his way down to the.
So that is Scott exiting. So
here we go. So where's this going to drop Scotty?
High. Yeah, Scott's going to lose the position as they cross the line there. So JJ is also going to sneak through as well.
He's going to come out P3.
So that's Scotty into P3. Kieran snuck through as well by the looks of it. Just about. That's very tight between Clay and Harry though. The next
that
car.
literally looks like me and you last night.
Yeah, not half. We had quite a few battles like that last night.
Oh, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
All good, fun, hard racing. Nice and clean.
Oh, it was.
Soon.
See, do you know, not the fast right-hander where you've got to brake quite heavy.
Yeah, you're talking turn 11.
Yeah, that's it. I did think about diving because I was quicker through there.
Yeah.
Where you was just getting me on the straights. Your traction was phenomenal.
Yeah, I looked at it a couple of times and I thought you were going to make a move on the inside, and I was actually trying to feed you enough room as well, just in case you did.
I just kept backing out. It was not worth it.
No, like you said, I had the speed on the straights, but as soon as I made that mistake, I lost that confidence, and that's why, if you notice, I started tumbling down the order after that, and people were overtaking me left, right and centre. I just couldn't keep my pace anymore.
That's it.
You know what it's like after a mistake, you suddenly you lose that momentum and that confidence that you had in yourself.
100% with Colby nearly 3 seconds ahead here.
Yeah, I was going to say Colby's got just over 2.5 seconds there. Scott's about 1.5 behind. I'm sitting on with Harry right now. He's going to have a look at the back of Clay into the next DRS zone, as if he doesn't have a look before, because he's within a 1/10.5 now.
He shouldn't do.
Out. I'm going to say that would have been a silly place to try and make the move there. Oh, I was saying that. He almost cut the corner there.
Slightly.
Yeah. But there's no.
So that's going to give Clay a bit of breathing room.
Yeah, he's still within DRS range, so this will help him close that gap back up a little bit. I mean, there's not really any other battles happening on track. You know, kind of everyone else is spaced out. Kieran's sneaking up onto the back of Scott there, so that's one to watch for sure.
So JJ's taken half a second out of Colby in a sector.
Yeah, it's about 2/10.
No, it was 2.9 before.
Was it 2.9? I saw 2.5. Yep. He's down to 2.2 now though. So he's
on a
finding
mission.
ground. He's a lot faster on the straight though than Colby is. Maybe Colby's running higher downforce.
Quite possibly, because he was having an issue with a setup beforehand.
Yeah, I was running fairly high rear end downforce around here myself.
Nerf Pack's gone into the pit. I was like, hold on, he's dropping places here.
Yeah, he's made his stop. So let's just see who hasn't made their stops yet. Looks like everyone's made a stop, and everyone's on the hard tyres. So Gameful's actually made a second stop and gone back onto the softs as well.
We're down to 2 seconds now with JJ.
Yep, I'm actually on board with that as it is now, because although Harry's still sitting fairly close to the back of Clay there, nothing seems to be happening, although he does look like he's thinking about a move at turn 12 then.
It does seem that very close. Harry must be running higher downforce.
Yeah, for sure, because he's getting a lot closer in the corners.
Oh, we got Osso there as well. He's half a second behind Wings.
He's just caught up because that wasn't there not too long ago. So I'm going to sit on with
JJ
this for a second.
Lap. He's flying.
44.2 there, fastest lap, as Harry goes at 44 flat.
44, Jesus.
But he has been sitting in Clay's DRS the entire time, so it's not a shock. Scott picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to cost him. So let's just drop back and see what is happening here with Osso, because, you know, being a fan favourite, everyone wants to see Osso. About that.
He just backed out before turn 3.
Well, he's ahead.
Oh, he did make it.
Yeah, he's ahead, he made it.
It's because they're both blue.
Yeah, it's very difficult to tell when they're both blue, I know.
Kieran's picked up another time penalty.
So let's just have a quick look at penalties. Kieran has 9 and Scott has 3, so Kieran will tumble down the order a few places because of those penalties.
So Ethan has just said, need to practice F2 if I get allowed in to try and get in a feature. Look, end of the day, all the league asks for, you don't have to be fast. As long as you're clean, that's all they want. Mate, I got through on the old game. If I had a test on this one to start with, they would have deleted my name completely.
Mate, I got through on this game, and I was sitting most of last season at the back of the grid for Tier 3. So, you know, and we're generally classified as trouble causers within the Discord, so if we're still here, anyone can get in.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Right, so Colby seems to be maintaining that gap to JJ now. It's staying at 1.9.
If you're a clean driver, you should have no problems there then, Ethan, because, you know...
That's all they ask for.
That's
clean.
Honestly, yeah, it's all they ask. You know, it's just be a clean driver. That's it. You know, be respectful, be clean. Everyone makes mistakes. We all have accidents. I mean, I almost caused a massive crash last night with my co-com here, so, you know, it happens. But, you know, as long as you generally try and stay clean, it's not a major issue. Who's that? I got a lovely helicopter view of Kieran there as he's going round 5 and 6, and we've got a car off.
Oh, who's that?
I think that's Gameful again. It's either Gameful or Monkey Nuts, I think. Off at 5. Mainly because it's easy to have been clean 20 seconds off a last place. Yeah, well, as Dan says, highest standards here. I can't really agree with that because, again, us two are here. But besides us two, you're right, it is a pretty high standard.
Look, we're a pain in the backside, but we're respectful.
Exactly. Look.
So yeah, so just, if you do get in, keep it clean, have fun, suck up to the admin, you're well away. That's it.
Slip him a slight backhander and, you know, you might get a podium.
You'll take my seat.
Yeah. But
so
no, I mean...
the only issue with France is there's so many gaps, and the only thing is Clay's now just falling out of DRS.
Yeah, there's no real battles happening on track. I mean, obviously we're just kind of having a chat with the guys on the comments because there's not a lot of else happening on track. And I mean, Osso's just suddenly caught up to the back of Wings there by the looks of it.
So Ethan says, laugh out loud, I love the admin. And yeah, toe the line.
Yeah, we come very, very close to that line. Regularly come close to that line. But we don't cross the line. We know our boundaries.
I've tested them boundaries and I've got in a lot of trouble.
Oh, I've tested those.
Funny enough.
I've tested those boundaries a few times as well.
Oh, Osso's now half a second within.
I'm actually on board with that right now, and also actually picked up a time penalty, as you said his name, as did Aidan Gray at the same time. Both got 3 seconds for exceeding track limits.
Which I didn't pick one up yesterday. I tell you what, I picked one up when I was battling you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I only picked up one myself, or was it two, as Matey Boy's just DNF'd. So where was that?
That's in the pits.
Is it in the pits? Yes, it's in the pits, that's okay. As also has actually gone for that move, so wrong side, yep, can't see the car, I'm just trying to see.
Yeah, and he decided to do it on the outside, he didn't go for it, he got that move done nice.
No, I thought he was going to be on the inside, so I flicked the camera the wrong way entirely. So, let's see what Wings is going to do here. Is he just going to sit in behind, or is he going to try and come back into turn 10? Turn 10 is not somewhere I like people to overtake. And a few have tried. But, I mean, what you were saying about being 20 seconds off last place there, Ethan, like, you don't even have to worry about it. Work on consistency and then, you know, kind of pace will come with it. Last season, I was fairly consistent. This season, I don't even know where I've got the pace. Some kind of strange voodoo's taken over and I seem to be doing a lot better. So, just concentrate on keeping it clean and that, and you'll have no problems here. He does make a point that there is a bit of a battle going on at the back.
It's not, Martin's ghosted, isn't he? He's not racing.
Oh, right, yeah, that would explain that then. There was quite close, as El Jobo is also very close to the back of Luckman there, within a second now. That is, besides Wings and Osso, that is the next closest battle on track. So, but everybody here, apart from Nerfpack as it stands, will pick up a point. Actually, Nerfpack will pick up a point because he'll swap over with Martin, who's not here. And again on board with El Jobo, and it just looks laggy like it did after his spin.
I noticed that because he jumped onto his helmet cam, it looked like, and it was just skipping all over the place. Yeah.
It's like his steering wheel just jerks every so often. His car's doing it as well. It's really bizarre. But he did not get close enough that time to attack the back of Luckman, so maybe he'll go again. And the same for Wings on the back of Osso. Like, they are sitting about half a second away from each other, exactly the same as the two guys behind him. So we've got two pairs of cars within half a second of the guy ahead of them.
So Aidan's got another time penalty, but to be fair, this is Aidan's first time racing F2.
I'm not a big fan of F2, that's why I'm on comms.
I've had a good few races, well, a good few practices on the F2, just so I get an understanding of the cars.
To be fair, it's not that I don't like them. I actually did a couple of the races in the pre-season for our season 3.
You've done quite well. I think you finished third or fourth on one of them.
I think it was either second or third in one race. I didn't do too bad in the second race as well.
Actually, yeah, I think you picked up a P2 because Dan and Colby had a mega battle.
Yeah.
Colby just came off.
That's right, yeah, because otherwise I would have been P3. So like I said, I didn't have a bad run in him. It's not that I, you know, don't really like him. El Jobo has made that move, yeah. I just saw that as well. His Wings is very close to Osso here as well. I was still on board with that when El Jobo made his move. So Luckman could look to come back here as well into the DRS zone, so we'll see what happens, because I can kind of see both sets of cars as Wings has gone kind of wide. It manages to maintain his gap, and I wish that camera angle had changed because it's awful. That's better.
Had a spin there. Oh, I don't know. Had a sector flag come up.
The thing was, I was asked to do the comms, so you know, I was like, yeah, why not? I already do it for the tier 2s on a Friday, so no reason not to pull up and do it for the F2s on a
Tell you what, El Jobo's closed him massively on Wings on Osso here.
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
Just
all
the
these
battling.
cars are very, very close. There's a bit of a DRS train appearing right now behind Osso. So this is
And you never want to
not
be
going
the
to go
first
well.
man in
No,
the
you do not want to be the man in front. As JJ
Oh,
Lato puts in a
Jesus.
43.65.
He's now within a second nearly. If he
Mm.
can just shave it. Oh, he's just out again. Okay. As he's picked up a time penalty.
That's
He was probably
unfortunate
pushing
for him
too
as
hard,
well.
but
Yeah, it happens. The harder you push, the more penalties you pick up. Because
there's El
your car
Jobo's
will
looking to make a
understeer.
move here on wings.
That was a lovely little like drone view I had there, but you can just see El Jobo's car jerking around, and I really
you can
hate
see it
that
on
when
the
it
straight.
happens. Yeah, I really hate it when it happens on track.
Oh,
as
hello!
well.
As wings just dive to the inside.
Oh, the contact there
come
as well.
together.
And that is
Lost it.
also lost 3 places to Wings, Luckman and El Jobo because of that slight contact. So that is unfortunate, but the question is, has he got any damage?
It looked like plate.
He has,
something
but it
came
is
off
the
car.
last lap. Yeah, his right hand end plate has come off. So
El Jobo's going to have a
that is
good
not
run here
good.
on. Oh, King Luckman must have got past El Jobo amongst all that.
yeah, he's now going to have a run at the back of Wings here.
Probably too far behind. You don't want to dive too. Oh, no, he
Nicky
made it
dropped
stick.
in with no Osso again at the in the comments there. It's just unfortunate, but it happens in racing, especially when you've got so many cars.
And
with
he's got
close
the move done.
proximity. Yeah, I was on board with Luckman as he made that move. So,
His wing's going to try and come back at him here.
oh, he tried, but he went
Oh.
very wide. His tail steps out massively wide there on the run through 10.
But yeah, so Cole PP1 as he's finished the race. Go on, you carry on watching that.
I was just going to
JJ
say,
took
I
P2,
completely missed the guys
Harry
finishing.
P3, Scotty P4, Clay P5, Kieran P6 as it stands, Cole P7.
Yep, they've stayed
Sky's
where
coming
they
across
are.
the line now. He's going to pick up P8. Is he?
Again,
He's not crossed the line.
he should have done. That's a weird bug, but okay.
Same as Luckman.
Okay, so
Okay.
Sky should have been P8 there, but for some reason doesn't appear to have actually crossed
There
the
we
line.
go. It's
There
just
we go.
adjusted itself.
It's taken its time, but that means Osso comes home in 12th. Aiden, for some weird reason, is weaving all over the place.
It's his first race. He's finished it.
He's getting excited. And we're just now waiting for Monkey Nuts, who is coming through turning 11, so he'll get to the flag. But that is our finishing positions. Harry
just
there,
jumped up 12
12 places. That's a big movement and a podium. That is good work there from Harry.
Application suspended in 15 minutes because the license can't be verified. Okay, I'm about to be kicked out in 15 seconds, so I'll see you guys soon. Jesus.
Unfortunate there, mate, but not to worry.
I hate this game.
Just restore your licenses and try again. So that is that then. Everybody's through. Harry gets driver of the day from the game for the feature race.
I'm happy to agree with that, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I am as well. I was thinking for the sprint race, I was looking at Coolpy, and I've also seen the feature race as well. I was thinking Harry for the Coolpy for the sprint, Harry for the feature. I need to get my words out.
Well, apologise to everyone watching. It's been a painful experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you guys have found it really funny. So, you know, considering
there's
what
a
a
bright
painful
side to it, at
experience
least.
has been, at least you all saw the bright side of it and the technical difficulties we were having. So, it's all good and well.
As
So,
Kieran just said, he's taken P3 and P6. And you know what? Well done to you, because you've had
not
some
bad at
painful
all.
races here as well.
as Osso just cries. So,
It's right, his fans to cheer him up.
yeah, his fans will cheer him up later, no problem. So, just to clarify then, it was Coolpy, JJ Lato, Harry, Scotty, Clay, Kieran, Carl, Sky, Wings, El Jobo, Lookman, Osso, Aiden, Monkey's Nuts, Martin, who wasn't there, Nerf Pack, Matey Boy, Gameful Odds, Hamstar, and then us two at the bottom are irrelevant.
Final comments, you smashed it guys on comms. Kieran saying you did a great job in given the circumstances, and Ethan says good stuff. You know what, Ethan? Thank you very much, and hopefully we see you in the league, mate.
Yeah, thanks everyone. You know, as we say, this got off to an absolutely awful start due to a YouTube issue, and then getting thrown into cars, it all went to hell in a handbag, honestly. But of course, we always appreciate you guys letting us know we've done a good job, especially in such terrible circumstances. So
that's it. And the next time you'll see us will be Abu Dhabi Do.
Yep, that
on
will
Friday.
be
Me tier 1, you tier 2 with Ninja.
Yep, we'll be on comms on Friday for Abu Dhabi, and then we'll be on track on Sunday and back here for the F2s on Monday.
And next week will be a smoother ride.
We hope.